In this lecture, we will try to understand two important array methods in JavaScript called as slice and splice, and what is the difference between them. Both of these methods are used to extract the portion of an array. So the slice method, it creates a new array by extracting a portion of an existing array, and it does not modify the original array. Let's try to understand it with an example. So let's say here we have this numbers array, and from this numbers array, we want to extract these three elements. So we want to create a new array with these three elements from this numbers array. And since we want to extract a portion of element from this numbers array, we can use slice method. So here on the numbers array, we can call slice. To this slice method, first we need to pass the index from where we want to start extracting, and the second argument is the number of elements which we want to extract. So here we want to start extracting from this element. So the index for this element will be 2 because this is the third element of this numbers array. So the index will be 2. And how many elements do we want to extract from there? We want to extract 10, 4, and 8. So here I'll specify 3 because we want to extract 3 elements. And the slice method, it is going to return us an array. And in that array, we will have these 3 elements which this slice method has extracted. So let me go ahead and let me create a variable. Let's call it extracted. So this extracted, it is going to store an array, and in that array, we should have these 3 elements. If I go ahead and if I log this extracted, if we save the changes, you will see that it has only logged 10. So it has only one element. Now, why is that? That is because this 3 here, it is not the number of elements which we want to extract. Instead, it is the index of the element till where we want to extract. And that particular element will be excluded. So here we are saying that start extracting from index 2 and extract till index 3. But the end index, the element at the end index will be excluded from the result. So the element at index 3 is 4. So this will be excluded from the result. And that's why we only have one element here. So remember that these two are basically the index of the elements. The first number is the index of the element from where we want to start extracting. And the second argument is the index of the element till where we want to extract. But the element at the end index is not included in the result. So we wanted to extract element from index 2, and we wanted to extract 3 elements from there. So we wanted to extract 10, 4, and 8. So this 8 is present at index 4, right? The first element is at index 0, second element is at index 1, third element is at index 2, fourth element is at index 3, and this fifth element, this 8, it is at index 4. So we wanted to extract 10, 4, and 8. So here the end index should be 6. Now why 6? Because this element 8, it is present at index 5. So why we are specifying the end index as 6? Because as I have mentioned before, the element at the end index is not included in the result. So that's why we need to specify the index of the element till where we want to extract plus 1. In this case, this 8 is present at index 4. So here instead of 6, it should be 5. Okay, so this 8 is present at index 4. We want to extract till here. So the index of this element is 4. 4 plus 1 will be 5. So the end index in this case will be 5. And now if I save the changes, you will see that now 10, 4, and 8 is present in the result. I hope now you understand how the slice method works. Now this end index, it is optional. So if you don't specify the end index, in that case, what will happen is the extraction will start from start index. In this case, the extraction will start from index 2 from here. And from here, this slice method is going to extract everything. So here it is going to extract all these elements. If I save the changes, you will see that it has extracted everything. Even the first argument, this start index, this is also optional. If I hover over this slice, you will see that this first argument is also an optional argument. Let's see what happens if we don't specify the start index also. If I save the changes, in that case, you will see that it has basically created a copy of this numbers array. Okay, this slice method, it has created a copy of this numbers array and it has assigned it to this extracted method. So if you want to create a copy of an array, you can use this slice method, and there you can simply omit the start index and end index. And in that case, this slice method will create a copy of the original array. And to show you that it is creating a copy of the original array, this is not pointing to the same numbers array. What we can do is, let's say we'll say extracted dot push, and let's push a new element, maybe 100, to the extracted array, to the new array which the slice method has returned. So now in the extracted array, we should have one extra element, which is 100. And let's log extracted, and let's also log numbers array. If I save the changes, you will see that when we have inserted a new element in the extracted array, it has not modified the original array. And this is the use of slice method. Slice method creates a new array without modifying the original array. This is important to understand. Okay, and also if I specify a negative start index, then the extraction will start from end. So here the extraction will start from this position. If I save the changes, you will see that the extraction has started from here, from the end. And after that, since we do not have any element in this, we have only one element, which is 3. If I say -3, so in that case the extraction will start from here, because this will be at -1, this will be at -2, and this will be at -3. So the extraction will start from here and it will extract everything. If I save the changes, you can see it has extracted everything from here. Okay, so I hope now you understand how the slice method works. The slice method is basically used to extract a portion from an array, and it does not modify the original array. So the slice method, it takes a source array on which it works. It takes two arguments. Both the arguments are optional. So the first argument is the start index, from where it should start extract, and the second argument will be the end index, till where it has to extract the elements. And slice method, it returns a new array. It does not modify the original array. Then we also have the splice method. Now splice method works just like slice method. The only difference is the splice method modifies the original array. So the splice method, it is used to modify an array by removing, replacing, or adding elements to the original array, and it directly manipulates the original array. So this point here, that it does not modify the original array, this is wrong. It should be it modifies the original array. So let's now understand the splice method. So now, instead of using the slice method, in order to extract elements from this numbers array, we are going to use splice method. And just like slice method, to the splice method also, we need to specify the start index, from where we want to start extracting, and the end index, till where we want to extract the elements. So here I'm going to specify 5. So we want to start extracting from here, and we want to extract 3 elements. So here we are specifying the end index as 5, because as we have learned, the element at end index is not included in the result. Let's go ahead and let's store it in this extracted variable. And if we save the changes, you will see that the extracted array, it has 4 elements: 10, 4, 8, and 3. And you'll also see that in the numbers array, since these elements have been extracted, now it is left only with these 2 elements. Now you might ask, I said that it should extract only the 3 elements. The element at index 5 should not be extracted. So why do we have these 4 elements here? That's because if I hover over this splice method, you will see that the first parameter of the splice method is the start index, from where we want to start extracting. And the second argument is not an index. Instead, it is the number of elements which we want to extract. So when I say that the second argument is 5, I'm simply saying that start extracting element from index 2, and from there extract 5 elements. So at index 2 we have this value 10, so start extracting from here. So extract this element, this element, this element, this element, and since we don't have any more element in this array, so that's why the fifth element has not been extracted. If I add it here, for example, if I add 12 and if I save the changes, you will see that now the 5 elements have been extracted. If I add one more element, maybe 20, still you will see that 5 elements have been extracted. 5 elements have been removed from this numbers array. So this is not the end index. Instead, it is the number of elements which we want to extract from the start index. I hope you got the point. So the difference between slice method and splice method is that in the slice method, when we specify the second argument, let's say 5, in that case, we are saying that start extracting from index 3 and extract till element at index 5. And the element at index 5 should not be included in the result. So this is the start index and this is the end index till where the slice method has to extract the elements. And slice method does not modify the original array. But the splice method, the first argument of the splice method is the index from where we want to start extracting, and the second element is basically the number of elements which we want to extract from the array. And this splice method, it modifies the original array. So in the original array we have these many elements. Out of those elements we extracted elements from index 2 and we extracted 5 elements. So from here it started extracting and it extracted these 5 elements and it actually removed it from the original array. So now the original array is only left with 3 elements, 7, 2 and 20, and that's what you will see here. So the splice method also modifies the original array. And you can use splice method not only for extracting the elements, you can also add new elements to the original array. So for example, let's say extract elements from index 1 and extract, let's say, one element, and then also insert these two elements A and B. Let's see what will be the result in this case. If I save the changes, you will see that from the original array, from this numbers array, it has extracted one element which is at index 1, so 2. So when we are logging this extracted, you will see that the extracted array, it has one element which is 2, and in place of that, in the original array, in place of 2, it has inserted these two elements A and B. So 7 is the first element. This value 2 has been extracted by this splice method, and in place of that, these two elements A and B has been added, and rest other elements are same. So we can also use splice method not only to extract elements from the array, but we can also modify the original array, something like this. So always remember that splice method, it is going to modify the original array. It is going to change the original array. But the slice method, it does not change the original array. Instead, it creates a new array from the original array. So I hope with this, now you understand the use of slice and splice method and how they are different from each other. Now, in the coming lectures of this section, where we will understand the use of each of these array and string methods with a practical example, there you will see the use of splice method and the use of slice method. Mostly when we want to delete elements from an array, we can use splice method. And I'll show you the use of this slice method and splice method with a practical example when we will work on a project where we are going to use these concepts. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.